toward the end of 2023, he ended up getting second at that event. He took sets off of Cola, a few other really talented players, Shiny Mark. So he made a deep run there and hoping to recreate some of that magic here as well as other events.
In the history of these two players, they have never played before, but I did look into Beast Mode Paul's, match history versus the other top Palutenas. Has an undefeated record versus Chase, obviously the 116th best player in the world. Really solid record versus Mysterica, 19-9 in that. So gonna have to bring something different to the table. Zai is to bring this one home. Beast Mode Paul obviously up to the challenge.
Yeah, up to the challenge,
Wow.
and right off to the right side of the stage as well, making full use of that Accelerado, going for the snooze as well. Trying to get on the board early against Zai. You know how it is against Palutena. You get hit once with Nair, you're gonna hit with 8 more Nairs.
Yeah. And talking about Accelerate Online, once again, interesting, weird Trump situation. Did not catch the regrab. That is super weird. Staying at ledge here this time here too. Blinging out his gourd. Now Beast Mode Paul able to find the up tilt for the first stock.
Such a dangerous presence right at that ledge.
Yes.
His ledge trapping is just such a strong threat to watch out for. With or without these effects as well. You have oomph. You don't have oomph. He's gonna be scary regardless. He's got smash attacks on deck. We'll see that later.
Gonna be back throw here to some stage. Absolutely looking for a jump immediately, but just gonna give stage positioning back. Double jump was used. Paul not gonna go try and bite off more than they can chew with that one. I love the conversion with up air there too. Obviously, if you keep holding forward on forward air twice, you're not going to be able to get the second hit. So just getting what you can there is very smart pattern recognition, situational awareness.
Extremely great situational awareness.
Wow,
Not aware of where Beast Mode Paul was though. Ledge canceling right into that up tilt. My goodness, Beast Mode Paul.
I love Beast Mode Paul jumping there too after finding that forward air at low percents. Just looking for Zai to have a jump out. Be reverse under ledge there. Paul is feeling it today.
He really is, yeah, off to a huge lead here. He already has Zai at 72% on his last stock, going for the Magic Burst, force him off stage, and he couldn't hang out there any longer. Beast Mode Paul with a huge 3-stock to kick us off.
I mean, shoot, I was saying this is a really uphill battle for Zai, obviously. The caliber of player Beast Mode Paul is, and just know the record that stands versus Palutena. It's like, it's an old dog, new tricks. You can't bring Palutena to the table and expect people to be caught off guard this day and age, too.
Exactly. It has been 6 years. We forget. How soon we forget. This game's been around 6.5 years. We know Palutena. Zai knows he knows Palutena, and we're going to get some new blood in the mix here, switching over to the Pyramithra.
I'm liking the switch, going from an old dog to something a little bit newer, a little bit more revitalized, fresh coat of paint on this one. Pyramithra coming out. Able to keep up with the speed, most definitely, if we stick on the Mithra, which I think a lot of people have been opting for recently, realizing the kill power isn't too much of a problem. You can just keep killing people, death by 1,000 cuts when it comes to this character. Wow.
Most definitely. A death by 1,000 cuts into like a down smash or forward smash or anything like that. This character, people don't think about it, man. Mithra can kill. And if you can't kill with Mithra, you just have Pyra and you're going to sneeze on Hero and he'll die. Beast Mode Paul, trying to fight back a little bit. He's getting those 1,000 cuts. I'd say he's about a clean, 330 right now.
Right, we're getting there.
Trying to catch up. Wants to keep it under what his in-game tag is here, that 999.
Magic Burst again, forced off the top there. That is a no counterplay situation.
No, it certainly is. I love seeing heroes implement that into their play. Like you're playing with your homies and it's just a mid-stage. You're just playing, just running Jigglypuff Final Smash, but on the ledge, especially against a character like Aegis, where they have that limitation of a very linear recovery, can't hang out on the ledge that often. Yeah. So and that move lasts long enough. I mean, we saw it against Palutena and against Aegis. So Beast Mode Paul really getting to these those spells. Zai going for a killing blow. He's in hit-em mode right now.
Yeah, he is trying to cause blood to be shed, looking for a deep backer. Could have led in to a little bit further damage. But again, it seems like these overextensions from Zai are kind of giving Beast Mode Paul a lot of stage to work with. I like tracing down there too. That was really good.
Great get-up attack. Super aware of the timing of that. It would have covered every other option. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, unescapable. Great catch on the air dodge from Zai. He's finally getting himself on the board. That was 4 unanswered stocks. And now you need to get a little bit more. Stay away from that kaboom. One of the most dangerous projectiles in the game.
I love Zai just sitting under the platform there too, crouching even. Beast Mode Paul didn't really have an option jumping out there. Could have been easily followed up on. Really good stuff here too. Love the empty hop over the shield there. Caught Beast Mode Paul reaching.
That was a really good flame slash. I mean, it's so fast and so safe. Even though it didn't hit, he put himself in such a good position to follow up with whatever Zai threw out there. Maybe try to chump check him a little bit, and it works again. Another huge up tilt. Beast Mode Paul, 2 stocks again. Huge lead.
And that's the thing. I think Zai's game plan is really heavy on crossing up your shield. So when you have an option like up tilt to be able to cover everything front, back, and over, it is really hard to deal with, especially at these higher percents.
Yeah, super hard to deal with. Great chase down from Zai, trying to keep him in the air. You know, one of the things Hero doesn't have in ropes. Wait a second.
I liked that double jump coverage there, too. That was really nice. Down tilt coverage. Oh, my gosh. Hit for hit.
Yeah, huge whiff punish there from Zai. Looking for the crit. You know, he just wants him dead at this point. You know, we're at the point where it is still Aegis. You know, Zai gets 1 or 2 good openings. This game's back to even. So he needs to close out as soon as he can, but Zai is keeping him in the air, you know, really exploiting the weaknesses of Hero. You know, has a lot of slow aerials, slow airspeed. So long as he's in the air, his threat is limited a little early on that down smash, and that's going to be a 2-0 lead for Zai.
Yeah, and you saw Zai recoiling in the seat there, really betting it all on that down smash. Not going to come to fruition there, but there was the building blocks of the game plan to win that game there.
Certainly.
Yeah, I really liked what I was seeing, especially like every time I think of Zai, super heavy specialist, someone who is so dialed in with their character specifically. So to then pivot off that into Mythra, or Pyramithra rather, is you know, a bit of a culture shock. You got to get used to the game plan. You got to get used to the flow state. And once you get there, you can see some good things happen as we did at the end of that second game and hopefully going into this third.
Hopefully going to the third, and if you're Zai, hoping to go into a fourth and a fifth as well. The one good thing about a reverse 3-0 is that you have plenty of time to implement those gameplay changes that didn't work in games 1 and 2. The bad thing about a reverse 3-0 is about everything else. You have to really win the next 2 games.
Hey, more for us, though, you know what I mean?
Yes,
it's
sir.
an all-you-can-eat buffet for games.
Definitely.
But my goodness,
wow.
BeastModePaul handing us the check early, says, get out of here.
Yes, sir. 1 plate only at this all-you-can-eat buffet.
No, no, the carving station, that's too much. You got to go back to the fruit trays. You got to get some of the pudding.
That's right. Zai filled up on rolls. Rookie mistake.
Dumb.
Rookie mistake. Absolutely. I don't care how good they are, bro. Go for the steak. Go for some shrimp. Go for the meat. You got to go for the meat.
Really good weight on the air dodge here too. I mean, it's interesting. You see Zai play, and it is very similar game plans here too. Very fundamental base player. We are playing for MTFs. We are playing for your defensive options. And I think obviously Palutena, fundamentals-based character through and through. And that's why you see a lot of the Mythra as well, too. You can kind of play the same fundamental game plan that you can on most of these other characters that you see from Zai.
Yeah. Throw out a Kaboom, trying to catch the get-up option. Not going to get there quite yet. Great air dodge from BeastModePaul, avoiding the really aggressive upbeat from Zai. That up tilt is finally going to kill Zai. Holding on, trying to make something happen. Has been playing on the back foot this whole set. Stuck on the ledge, trying to find an opening toward the middle. Shields just in time to avoid the sizzle. And under platform, oh, you jumped into it. Up smash, and that's good eats for BeastModePaul. 1 stock away from moving on to top 32.
Trying to get a scoop there on up tilt, nair through zap. Yeah, this is coverage. Forces out the double jump, but not going to have enough time to punish.
Oh. Zai trying to make his way back. Kane onto the Pyra. I think now he's just looking for those meaty hits, but the critical hit, and that will close it out. BeastModePaul 3-0 over Zai.
Yeah, that was really good. Just kind of showing there's level to this gameplay, my friend Zai. You had a really good run. I'm excited to see what loser side will do, but BeastModePaul just seems to be a different kind of animal.
Definitely, yeah. That guy is, especially just in the last couple of years, like you said earlier, he is just completely stacked more and more on his gameplay. He has developed so much as a player, and he has, like, the sky's the limit for that kid.
Absolutely, very much so, my friend. I think,